number 2, and we must thank Kathy Jenke for agreeing to evaluate, since we needed a second evaluator. Or speaker number 2, Marcel has picked the title Facebook Fundamentals. She has 5 to 7 minutes from speech number 5 in this particular manual. She's been operating her online business for 3 years and leveraging Facebook as one of the key social networks. She administrates over 20 business pages and eagerly wants to encourage you to better leverage with Facebook. Her speech is called Facebook Fundamentals, and her objectives are to use stance, movement, gestures, and facial expressions to achieve the speech's purpose. Please welcome Marcel Allen.
The fundamentals of Facebook are really about leadership. And I know here at Toastmasters, this is where leaders are made, and that's why this talk is very important to you guys. Now, I love Facebook. I've been on Facebook since I was a wee girl back in college, ever since it was available. So I've been on it for almost 10 years now, so it's just a lifestyle for me. I get that's not the case for everyone here, but I want to spread some light on the topic and encourage you as leaders to step up and take some sort of action after my talk today. So it might be challenging, it might be exciting, but whatever it is, I know you guys have it in you to understand these fundamentals and to take action. So with that, what's the fundamentals of Facebook? Well, there's 2 types of people on Facebook. There's the spectators. This is the people that we know, our friends, our family, people that they watch funny cat videos that are just hilarious, and they share, political rants, and they share jokes and recipes, and they're just kind of watching and being entertained, and they're consuming, and they're laughing, and they're learning, and they're reaping the benefits of the players who are in the game, who are creating content, the leaders who have a message, the businesses who are adding value and products and entertainment or music, or authors who are sharing poems and stories and memoirs. So first of all, before I go much further, I want you to decide, are you going to be a spectator? And if so, that's great. I have some basics for you in that. Or do you want to be a player? Do you want to be in the game on offense, create a business page? I can share with you more about what that would look like for each of you. I know you're all very entrepreneurial and talented. You all have a message. And if you want to get your message to more people, Facebook can be a great free venue. That's one of the first things. Facebook's free. You don't have to pay to be there. Our club has a free page right now, Anacortes Docker's Toastmaster page. There's 25 fans. The problem I see with that is there's 25 of us in here right now. Who's following us? Guys, hello! We're spectating our own message, which is great. At least we're in the game. We have a page. Kathy and I are both admins right now. And I want to invite each and every one of you to be an admin on that page. There's 5 types of positions or roles you might have with a business page. I'm not talking your personal page, I'm talking a business page. Now, one of them is the manager. This person has the right to bring new people onto the page, to create content. They can remove people if they need to. So both Kathy and I right now are admins of that page. You can be a content creator. Maybe you're the grammarian of the day and you want to share your word on Facebook. There's a way you could just share that. So then we could share it with our community and get people to follow us as passionate people who are interested in vocabulary and new words and accurate word choice and language. So that's one little thing that you guys could do to contribute to our community at whole. There's a moderator. This is somebody who can just delete comments or respond as the page. Because sometimes, people go off and you don't want that to happen. So having a moderator on your business page is really, really important. This might be somebody that's not quite as ready for full leadership, but they're able to remove if need be. So having a moderator is good. An advertiser. This is one for you capitalists in the crowds. If you've got a well-converting offer or a product that you want to sell, and you know that if you can add $10, you might be able to get 3 sales. You can take $2,000 and reach 20 million people. What would you tell 20 million people? If we're leaders here, we all have a message. What are we going to tell them? Is it a message of hope? Is it a solution? Is it a product? Is it a course? Is it a political thing? What might we advertise to them? Is it a movie release? Is it our latest book, latest video? What might it be? And then this is something for the geeks in the crowd, the people who like numbers and math and analytics. There's an insight analyst role where you can actually see, okay, someone shared a picture of our group, 17 people saw it. How come only 17 people saw it? How could we get 100 people to see it? How could we get 1,000 people to see it? So that role is very interesting. I actually love that role because I get to get my geek on and do the little mathematics and see, okay, how can I get 1,000 people if I only have 25 fans? Totally possible. If our goal at the club is to increase membership, if every person here shared a status, or maybe it's a table topics question, we shared it back to our friend group, that could be thousands of people that might see that message. If we all have on average 100 fans, there's 20 of us in here, that's a lot of people that could see that message. Simple stuff like sharing. So I'm excited about Facebook, you guys all know that. And you can be in the crowd, and if you just want to be participating, make sure you have a picture. It's Facebook, it's not cat book, it's not logo book, it's not my house book, it's Facebook. Have a picture of your face. Engage with your family. There are ways you can keep your personal stuff secure. I know many people are like, my grandkids, and I don't want people to know. That's fine. Do a little research on the settings, the security. You can change everything where only certain groups of people have that. You can set up interest lists. Like I have interest lists for people at Anacortes. So if I'm doing something at Anacortes, I can share it with just those 76 people I know in Anacortes, not to all 3,000 in my network. So there's ways you can get laser targeted with your Facebook sharing or marketing. There's over 1.2 billion people on Facebook, you guys. There's plenty of people for your business, for your message, for that to get out there. I want you to be encouraged by that. And also, Toastmasters International, they've got a fan page. You can go and engage with other Toastmasters, other presidents, other members of the club where, they've got 32,000 fans, and they have a Facebook group with 8,000, a private group where you can go and just talk and share and find out where you could do a speech, where you could come and serve, or invite a friend who's over in some part of California. You can find people there that way. So I want to encourage you to check out the International Toastmasters group on Facebook. There's so many more things that I want for you guys to know about Facebook, but it starts with saying, I'm in the game. I'm going to create a page, a profile, where I can then share, recruit, inspire, encourage, whatever your message is. Do you have a following right now? And Facebook is a really good way to measure, do you have an audience? I've got one fan page, my personal fan page has almost 900 fans, which is kind of cool. That's a lot of people. When I started, I was like, I just want 100 fans. You just start there. You start small, but you can grow big. I've helped clients get up to over 100,000 fans. Imagine if you had an audience of 100,000. What would you say? What would you do? How much good could you create? And it's Facebook, you guys. It's just a tool. You could do that on many networks, but you're leaders. You're here. You've got a message. Something else that's cool about Facebook, real quick, I'm running low on time, but you can go back. Say you've been in business for 15 years, and you've had all these great successes, and you're like, well, I don't want to start. I'm behind. You can go back, add stories, add newspaper articles, add awards, add achievements, add pictures. So don't feel like it's too late to get in the game. It's not too late. And I encourage you all, let me know if you want to participate on our community fan page, because I would love to get more leaders on board with that. I can teach you guys so many things, but you got to want to be in the game first and foremost. And I encourage you to look at Facebook and how can you be a leader in your community with social networks.
Oh, I love your enthusiasm. I'm actually on Facebook because my instructor at Apple class and my daughter thought I looked stupid with a blank photo, and she'd set me up. And what I love about it is I can see what my kids are up to, because before I didn't know. They haven't blocked me, but I don't have many friends, and I don't really want them. I said no. The people would come and email, and they'd say, I want to be your friend. Would you like to be their friend? And I said no. So I really, so that's why I don't have very many friends. I'm learning. But where do you find time for all this stuff? I mean, oh my goodness, but it does get addictive, I think. Mm-hmm. It's time for table